Somsumurthaya, Sainathaya, Manike Prabhave, Gajanana, Shri Guru Yatindra Raghavendraya, Paramapuja, Avatar, Avadhuta, Jagadguru, Shri Datta Ganapat Sachidananda Dattaji, Shri Ramakrishna, Paramahamsa Maharaja, Sharda Mataye, Ramana Maharshi, Mahavatar, Babaji Maharaja, Lahiri Mahashaya, Yukteshwara Giri, Yoga Ananda, Gauranga Nitayi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Trailinga Maharaja, Bhet Narayana, Sadashiva, Brahmendra Maharaja, Neem Karoli Baba Maharaja, Nagajata, Jayalakshmi Mata, Adiguru, Shankaracharya, Chandrasekhar Saraswati Maharaja, Anandamayi, Jillallamudi Mata, Tara Mata, Anagha Sameta, Gurudatta Maharaj ki Jaya Ho, Shripadarajam Sharanam Prapatye, Shripadarajam Sharanam Prapatye, Shripadarajam Sharanam Prapatye, Shripadarajam Sharanam Prapatye. Dear all disciples and divine associates of Samastha Guru Mandali, today also you have been blessed to continue our Satsanga as a part of our Bhakti Kriya Yoga through Jayanama Guna Sankirtana to continue the relearning of autobiography of a yogi. So, as a part of Bhakti Kriya Yoga, we have been successfully blessed, been blessed, or getting blessed by Samastha Guru Mandali and Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja and Jagat Guru Paramahansa Yogananda Maharaja to continue the Satsanga, wherein which we were being blessed to continue the third chapter, The Saint with Two Bodies, in Autobiography of a Yogi. And we have relearned that, quite interestingly, Swami Pranabananda has not left my sight a moment since I first came about an hour ago. I blurted out the whole story and repeated the conversations the Swami I had had. So, Yogdananda Maharaja is telling to Kedarnath Babu, who met in the first floor, and trying to discuss about the miracle which has happened. So, slowly, Yogdananda Maharaja also thought that, are we living in this material age or are we dreaming? I never expected to witness such a miracle in my life, Kedarnath Babuji is telling. And Kedarnath Babuji also telling that I was thinking, or I thought this Pranavananda Swami is just an ordinary man. But now I understood that he can materialize an extra body and work through it. And both, he also whispered, look at, or look those, the very sandals he was wearing at the ghat. Now they are under the seat. In addition to that, he was clad only in a loincloth, just as I see him now. So he was explaining the miraculous movement. And as one visitor entered the holy place of Pranavananda Swami, wherein which both Kedarnath Babu and our Paramahamsa Jagadguru Yogdananda Maharaja were looking at. Of course, with a lot of quizzical and puzzling movements like that, we have to relearn. So, one person visited, or one devotee visited Paramananda Swami and bowed before him, and the saint turned to me with a quizzical smile, and he says that, why are you so stupefied at all this? The subtle unity of the phenomenal world is not hidden from true yogis. So this was being blessed yesterday and as a part of our Bhakti Kriya Yoga through Jayana Amaguna Sankirtana. And we also relearned that there are 7 stages or 8 stages wherein which a sadhaka or spiritual practitioner will undergo. So, can anyone write those 8 stages, sequential 7 or 8 stages, perhaps, in as a part of bhakti, the devotion? We also relearned that without bhakti, we cannot achieve divinity or God. So, bhakti is the major, devotion is the major, very, very important component in one's sadhana or in sadhaka life. So, what were those that we have learned? The first one is Sadhu Satsanga, that means association with holy people. And second one is Shraddha, that means faith and conviction. Without that, we cannot progress. And most importantly, Sabar. Sabar means waiting for right time and not expecting immediate results. That means, like, patient endurance, and then followed by, so first we have relearned Sadhu Satsanga, then Shraddha, faith and conviction, and third one, the Sabar, that means patient endurance, and the fourth or fifth is Bhakti or Nishta, perhaps. We have relearned Nishta. What is Nishta? Single minded devotion. And then followed by Bhakti, the intense love of God, which cannot come just like that. It has to be practiced. When we keep continuously association with the divine people, that is the reason the first step is sadhu satsanga, association with holy men. Then only you will get that positive vibes. Vedanta says the philosophy of Hindu text or scriptures say as a part of Bhakti Kriya Yoga, one should increase intensity of love towards God. Then Bhava. So we also relearned what is Bhava. Bhava is one kind of a speechless absorption. There is nothing I. There is no I. And then comes to Mahabhava. That is almost madness. Ecstatic divine madness. And then followed by Prema. That prema is love. That means the supreme perfection of love. So we have relearned that these are very, very important steps or stages to progress in spiritual life for any sadhaka or practitioner. We also relearned that prema, love, it is possible only to incarnations until the soul is fully purified and associated itself with God. It is not that easy to have that Vishwa Prem, that means universal love. You will not find any difference in anyone. Just you will become compassionate by getting rid of that Maya. That Maya is Moha. 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 In Sanskrit or Hindi, we call it as Moha. Moha means too much affectionate to a particular object or a particular person or a particular this thing. So that moha and maya will be dispelled just like that. Then only that is the reason Vedanta and Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansa Maharaj also says that only prema is possible, love is possible to only incarnations. We also now the satsanga continues like this. As the visitor bowed before him, the saint turned to me with a quizzical smile. Why are you stupefied at all this? The subtle unity of the phenomenal world is not hidden from true yogis. So Pranabananda Swami made a great statement. He says, why you're very much uh, thinking too much, Kedarnath Babu and Mukunda? Why you are thinking too much? It is very easy for a person who really want to deep down himself into the God, divine power. He says, why are you stupefied at all this? The subtle unity. Now look at that. He used very great words. The subtle unity of the phenomenal world is not hidden from true yogis. So, what we have to relearn, what do you mean by what does it mean the subtle unity? Followed by the phenomenal world, the phenomena. Isn't it? Generally, we in general context also, in general conversations also, we keep on talking about, or we will listen and we would have heard about it, the phenomenal patterns or phenomenal systems, or it is a phenomenal kind like that. So, phenomenal world is not hidden from true yogis. I instantly see and converse with my disciples in distant Calcutta. Pranananda Swami also said. So, the subtle unity of this phenomenal world is not hidden. It is possible to true yogi. That is the only one reason I instantly can see and converse with my disciples across Calcutta who are very much far away from this place. Disciples in distant Calcutta. They can similarly transcend at will every obstacle of gross matter. This is real relearning. We have really very much blessed by Babaji Maharaj Mahavatar, His Holiness Paramapuja Mahavatar, Babaji Maharaja, and our Paramahamsa Jagadguru Yogdananda Maharaja. He says, Pranavananda Swami says, the subtle unity of the phenomenal world is not hidden from true yogis. True yogis. That means they can perceive it, they can understand, they can see present, past, and future, and they are universally connected to the cosmoplane. And instantly, that is the only reason that I can see and converse. Now, what is very much interesting to relearn is see how Guru is making his Sishya to meet the higher standards of divinity. What Pranananda Swami says, they can similarly transcend at will every obstacle of gross matter. This is really great. So, Pranavananda Swami also says, what I've been demonstrating, what you have seen with the two bodies, me, it is also possible not only for me, even for my disciples. Similarly, they can transcend at will every obstacle of gross matter. Probably they may be not in a position to get two bodies, but the phenomenal world which is not hidden from the real yogi, they can also interpret meaningfully and they can perceive it. That what Yogda Maharaja is telling us to relearn. Now, Yogda Maharaja also. So there are four or five important points. We shouldn't say points. Five blessings. Number one is subtle unity, and second one is the phenomenal world, true yogi, three, and fourth one is gross matter. So, what Prananda Swami or Yogdananda Maharaja is blessing us is to learn gross body, subtle body, and causal body. Now, look at that. So, before getting on to that, as yesterday we have been blessed to learn the seven stages of Swami or any sadhaka that who becomes a true yogi. If same, as per Vedanta, Sri Ramakrishna Paramsa Maharaja said this. It's a divine instruction. If same, we relate it to our Kriya Yoga practice. Many Kriya Bhans are coming and they are watching Shivana through Jaina Muguna Sankirtana, either to test or either to love. These two. So if you are not testing, it is purely love, whatever it is. So Yogda Maharaja says, you also relate Jainamuguna Sankirtana, you take a bold initiative to relate the seven stages of Vedanta to Kriya Yoga, which I taught, which I've been learned from His Holiness Paramapuja Yukteswar Giri Maharaja, wherein which our Paramahamsa Yukteswar Giri Maharaja learned from Paramapuja Lahiri Mahashaya, and wherein which our Lahiri Mahashaya learned from Paramapuja, His Holiness Lord Shiva Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja. Look at that. So, when we closely related this two fundamental principles, that what we have to relearn. God is same. Practices may be different. Techniques may be different. But whatever the technique, ultimately the divinity will only be attracted to the pure soul. The pure soul is nothing but devotion to God. Because if our objective is going beyond, what happens? That what Yogda Maharaja says, it may become a activity kind than as a spiritual technique, practice. So if we come, the evolution of the seven stages, wherein which Jagat Guru, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa Maharaja says, the evolution of the heart, love. Then our Paramahamsa, Jagadguru, Yogdananda Maharaja says, Kriya Yoga tracks the evolution of energy and consciousness. Simple. Here, the evolution of the heart and love. Bhakti Kriya Yoga. And very technically, in Kriya Yoga, in the track, Kriya track, our Paramahamsa Yogdananda Maharaja says, the is holiness is talking about uh, evolution of energy and consciousness. Simple lines, simple language, breathe and spine. That's it. Breathe and spine. So, Yogda Maharaja is telling Kriya Yoga tracks the evolution of energy and consciousness. Very simple. Energy and consciousness, breathe and spine. So, when we keep on practicing meditation or Kriya Yoga, we experience exact this all seven stages, same seven stages, which are nothing but translated into energy points or energetic experiential encounters or milestones, which has happened in the case of a sadharan, means a normal devotee. One more difference is there, which has been told by our scriptures. When we are tracking or when we are going through the bhakti bhava, means bhakti kriya yoga, the devotee may not know what is happening inside. In other yogas, probably, or jnana, this is nothing but jnana, knowledge of jnana. In other yoga practices, probably the devotee learns in which stage he or she is. But in Bhakti Kriya Yoga, something happens inside which is equivalent to the other yogic fructifying result. So, when Sri Ramakrishna Paramsa Maharaja says that it is evolution of heart and love, Kriya Yoga says that it is nothing but energy and consciousness, nothing but breathe and spine. Spine, once again, we know we are talking about, or we have been blessed to relearn about the Kundalini Shakti, Kundalini energy, Shat Chakra. Isn't it? So, for example, in Bhakti stage, what our Vedanta says as per Bhakti philosophy, it says Sadhu Satsanga or holy association. Sadhu Sangha. Yeah, you can write. First point, Sadhu Sangha. That means association with the divine people and holy men. Now, what we can relearn from the meditation? Very simple. So we also look for spiritual communities. We read books. For instance, autobiography of a yogi is a blessing, or enroll in course to learn foundational meditation. Simple. So here, Sadhu Sangha, Holy Men Association. In meditation, you will be looking for, or we will be looking forward for very genuine spiritual communities. No mass, no commercials, no name fame like that. Very genuine spiritual practitioners. And that is the only one reason. Hardly you will find, hardly we will find a genuine spiritual communities. Shona is not criticizing anyone. Hardly we will find. There are there. But meeting them, continuing the holy relationship is a challenge. Now, what did second point says? Shraddha and Sabur. That means faith and patience, enduring patience or patient endurance. So what it says, Shraddha and Sabr. That means faith and patience. In meditation, we will build our daily routine. That's what Yogda Maharaja says. We have to develop that conviction to sit on particular spots, and you have to have the patience to practice preparatory techniques like every one of us know, concentration, which sometimes some meditation techniques also use omkara, sauham, like that. There are so many prana techniques which we use now, even when mind is restless. So what we are trying to do, Shraddha, that means faith and patience, even when our mind is restless. Body is restful, mind is restless. Thoughts, only thoughts. Thoughts, they conquer. They conquer us. Thoughts. They can depress it, a person. They can suppress a person. They can increase ego. They can also take very, very extreme situation too. We have to be very careful. So what Yogda Maharaja says, build daily routine to have that faith and or patience. Then third one which comes. What is the third one? So first one we have learnt Sadhu Satsanga, Holy Association. Second one is Shraddha Sabar. That means faith and patience. And third one, most importantly, Nishta. Nishta. Single minded focus or single minded devotion. So, what it says, simple guru disciple initiation. What happens? What meditation gurus will say? Stop window shopping other paths. Majority of people will fall there only. Window shopping. What is happening there? What that guru is doing? What this guru is doing? How they are doing? Why you are worried? You follow one path. That's it. That what the technique says. So we should not deviate for, or we shouldn't be casual. We have to be very serious. So stop window shopping techniques, meditation techniques, they say, Guru says, or Yogda Maharaja says. And formally we will take initiation into Kriya Yoga, committing single mindedness to our Guru's specific daily technique. So, Guru has blessed us for one daily technique. You practice this. That we are doing. Simple. So, holy association, reading autobiography of a yogi, looking forward for good spiritual communities, no commercials. Finding them is very different and difficult. You know, material people, friendship very easy. When we travel in a train, there are so many co-passengers. We'll shake hand, we'll rub shoulders, we'll Wi-Fi, hi-fi, exchange the numbers. By the time we get down, he forgotten, she forgotten, he forgotten, he forgotten. That is very casual approach. God cannot be achieved like that. That what Babaji says. So, Holy Men Association, and then followed by Shraddha Sabar, faith and patience. So, we have to develop that conviction to sit on a particular cushion or a time, a spot, and have to have that patience, sabar, for introducing preparatory techniques into ourselves. Then third one, single-minded focus. That means no window shopping. We have to be very serious. God is very easy. God is simple. All others is complex. Yogda Maharaja says. And no man will be happy. Even if his life is simple, he wanted to make it complex. Shivana. Shivana will never criticize anyone or comment anyone. Shivana life is simple, but he want to make it very complex. Reason? No reason. Because of dussanga, negative association. So, our Maharaj says that Nishta, no window shopping for several other paths. You decide, move, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. That's it. Ultimately, we can enjoy the divine bliss. What Yogda Maharaja says is everyone is telling that realization God is the highest order, and God is permanently we have to attain the godliness. What Yogda Maharaja says is people are confused. In practicing that godliness, you will enjoy happiness. That is the essence, the bliss. You'll enjoy the happiness, whatever the situation is. That's what we need now to make very happy life, to lead a happy life. Those big, big things later. So next comes bhakti. That means intense love, yearning for God. Which point is it? One, two, three, four. Bhakti. So what the after guru disciple relationship, what guru says in meditation, opening the heart chakra. Simple. So we the practitioner or sadhaka will try to clear through a breathing exercise, and slowly he improves or he increases or try to stimulate from Mooladhara and to go to the upper layers. Simple. So what is it mean? What does it mean? Chakra opens and you will enjoy ruchi. Ruchi in Hindi, Sanskrit, ruchi. Ruchi means taste, God taste. Once the God taste, oh, you will never leave it. All other tastes, in fact, you will dislike other than because no one has enjoyed that. Sorry, because no one enjoyed the God's taste, running after other tastes. Now, very importantly, which comes bhava. What is bhava? The stillness of pranayama. What Sri Ramakrishna Paramsa Maharaja says, silent absorption and sadvastu. That is bhava. That means the stillness of pranayama. So we know that once if it is opened, the anahata, sorry, okay, no problem, no problem. Kriya, breath, which has been practiced, neutralizes the life currents in the spine, and our breath naturally slows down and stops. That is Kevala Kumbhaka. Now, what happens? The mind is perfectly still, separating the eternal soul, we call it as Sadvastu, from body consciousness. So, we will release out the body consciousness, just like that, enjoying inner joy. That is nothing but silent absorption of God, Bhava. Now comes Mahabhava, mad, ecstatic, almost we can say drunkenness, mad about divine, avadhuta state, avadhuta sthiti. So what does it mean? Awakening of the spiritual eye. We also relearned in first chapter. That means the cosmic energy pulls into the brain and rushes into kutastha. That we call it as kutastha chaitanya, the third eye. What happens? The meditation or by continuous practicing of meditation, the meditator, the sadhaka will be intoxicated by the cosmic sound with because whole universe, if you someone want to enjoy and know the God, it is on three pillars. Every one of us know. You know better than Shivana. Light, beyond. One, we cannot define light, original, light, sound, and energy. So, slowly from Anahata to throat to this Kutastha Chaitanya, it will triple unity. And it the without unknowingly we will practice the Omkara Shabda within. Om. It will resonate. It will resonate. Oh, that is different satsanga. Now, so slowly we'll be binding with the divine light in Kutastha Chaitanya and complete almost losing the physical body awareness. Then finally comes prema. What is prema? Love. Supreme oneness. We have to interpret as supreme oneness. In simple words, called as Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the final goal of the Kriya Yoga. So, the illusion of separate ego dissolves entirely, and the meditator or sadhaka or practitioner will realize that their consciousness and God's omnipresence are one and the same, everlasting, ever new joy. That's it. Now, a staunch devotee through Bhakti Kriya Yoga, sometimes it happens unknowingly, not for the past sins, not for the past memories, not from the guilt, we will cry, we'll run into tears. That is bhava. And sometimes sadhaka may also progress for a couple of seconds or minutes to Mahabhava and prema, touch and come back. So holding prema for lifetime with this physical body is only possible to incarnations. When you see their eyes, you'll get to know. They don't have complaints, they don't have criticism, they don't have ego. They only bless love, love, love. That's it. So very, 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 very technically, of course. Our Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja and Yogda Maharaja, Tara Mata, Dattapaji, Sri Ramakrishna Paramsa Maharaja will bless all of us. Follow Bhakti Kriya Yoga. Of course, Kriya Yoga. Whatever it is, both are same. That what Yogda Maharaja is telling us. So, what we have to know is very simple, relearn. Settle the jar of muddy water. Simple. What happens? There is so much of mud. By shaking it, shaking it, shaking it, isn't it? Slowly it will get settled. So purity starts. For that only, this technically whatever we are shaking, automatically forcing here and there is nothing but the practice of sadhana. Oh, lot of time, datta anugraha. And we have promised the Shivarudra mantra. So tomorrow we will continue the satsanga. शिवाय गुरवे रुद्राय नमः शिवाय गुरवे रुद्राय नमः शिवाय गुरवे रुद्राय नमः. Yeah, just to close your eyes and of course you want to see Shivarna. Okay, okay, please, please. I Shivarna doesn't think or Shivarna knows it very well. Our people like that, so many people. No problem. No problem. See Babaji Maharaja. And with pleasant smile, you have to say mantra. Not for someone, for your own self. Don't feel shy. Don't fear for anyone. Real love will attract God. So, just like that, happily, Happy. Happy. Shivaya Gurave Rudraya Namaha. 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 Namah Shivayam, 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 Namah Shivayam. Shivaya Gurave Babaji Namaha. 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 Shivaya Gurave Rudraya 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 Namaha. Namah Shivayam, 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 Shivaya Gurave Babaji Namaha. 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 Namah Shivayam, 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 Namah Shivayam. Shivaya Gurave Rudraya Namaha. 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 Why? WHY, why? Because Om Aim Brim Shrim Shvarama Nagha Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Brim Shrim Shvarama Nagha Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Brim Shrim Shvarama Nagha Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Brim Shrim Shvarama Nagham Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Brim Shrim Shvarama Nagham Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Brim Shrim Shvarama Nagham Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Brim Shrim Shvarama Naghadhataya Namaha. Om Aim Brim Shrim Shvarama Nagham Dataya 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 Namaha. Om Aim Brim Shrim Shvarama Naga 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 Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Brim Shrim Shvarama Nagham Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Brim Shrim Shvarama Nagham Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Brim Shrim Sim Shvarama Dataaya Namaha. Om Aim Bhrim 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 Sim Shvarama Namaha. Om Aim Bhrim Sim Shvarama Dataaya Namaha. Anaghaya Namaha. So one hand Bhagwan, God, other hand material life, samsara. समस्त गुरु मंडली की जय, समस्त गुरु मंडली की जय, समस्त गुरु मंडली की जय। अनगा दत्त महाराज की जय, अनगा दत्त महाराज की जय। तोरा माता की जय, तोरा माता की जय, तोरा माता की जय। जय नाम गुण संकीर्तन की जय, जय नाम गुण संकीर्तन की जय, जय नाम गुण संकीर्तन की जय।